Aloha! Welcome to volume 19 of My Prostate is Trying to Kill Me. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer, and I'm glad to have you along for the ride. I'm documenting my fight against cancer and currently my radiation treatment to fight said cancer. And wow, I gotta tell you, if I had more than two thumbs, I would give today more than two thumbs up. I'll give it two thumbs and two big toes. Best night's sleep I've had last night, and I can't even remember. Honestly, can't even remember. Normally, I wake up, 5 or 6 times during the night. The hot flashes hit, and I got to turn on the air conditioner, and then it takes a little while to get back to sleep. Sometimes my bowels are going crazy, and I have silver lining. I have a bag plugged into my pee tube, so I don't have to technically get out of bed. I don't wake up like other guys do. Sorry, guys. To have to get up and go pee. It just goes into the bag, but I still wake up for stuff. So I don't even remember waking up last night. I don't know. I know I woke up at let's see, my watch said 4:38, and I knew I had hour left to sleep, so I went back to sleep. It was awesome. So that started the day off great, absolutely great. Kelly was running a little late, so she hurried through her shower. I hopped and got my shower. Got ready to go, shot down and got my radiation. Everything was on time. I was a couple minutes early to that, so they took me in early, got me out early. I went to see my nurse. One day a week I see a follow-up nurse, and then one day a week I see my oncologist. So today was the follow-up nurse, and that visit was really nice. Really not much to report. The fatigue's getting worse, so I told her about that. That's to be expected. My ankles are itching. I have no idea what's causing my ankles to do that. Some days, though, I gotta tell you, it's like cankles. They swell up, and it's, it feels like the skin is stretching, but that's just water retention from, drinking tons and tons and tons of water every day. I do stay hydrated. That's an important part of what I'm doing. So anyway, she said that's not related to the radiation. Don't have to worry about that. We did deal with some bowel issues, which I'm not going to go into with you, mostly because this is going to get posted around dinner time. But everything's looking good. She checked my weight. I had actually lost 3 pounds since last time I went in, which I really didn't think was going to happen because I'm no longer doing the keto diet. I'm eating regular food. Now, granted, I'm not eating fast food or anything like that. I'm still eating healthy. But then she gave me a list of other things that I could change on my diet, and it was so bizarre because she wants me to go to white rice, and on keto I don't eat rice, but when I used to, I would always eat brown rice. When I would get Chinese food or something like that, I would always eat brown rice. And she says, well, it cuts down on the gas. I'm like, oh, okay. Because when you're doing radiation, you don't want to have a lot of gas in there because the gas bubble can push your prostate forward, and then you're no longer in alignment. So remember we talked about, they laid me out and did the 4-way alignment on that, and I got the little tattoos so that every day when I go in, and they made the mold of my legs, every day when I go in, my body lies in exactly the same position. Well, that's the best they can do. If on the inside, if I got gas bubbles in there pushing the tumor out of the way and they miss, that's not their fault. That's the inside of my body doing that. So that's why I was telling you I got to drink as much water as I possibly can before I go in. And I finally got that worked out. I just wait until I get into the parking lot, and then I have the big water bottle that they gave me. So I grab that, just down that thing. And by the time they call me in, I'm ready to explode. So my bladder is completely up off of the prostate or tumor. It's all I got left, so they can hit it. But the gas thing, so I take, I don't know what's called Beano or something like that before I eat, but she suggested some other things, and then the list of things not to eat. And nuts is on there, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I love nuts. I love pistachios and cashews and all that kind of stuff. So those are on hold until this whole thing's over. But I don't really mind. I mean, what's the alternative? You want to eat nuts? You want to die? I mean, it's pretty simple, really, when it comes down to it. So then got that all done. Headed home. Had to do some work on the computer. Made some phone calls I needed to make. Answered some emails. And by then it's middle of the day. And so I thought, man, I'm going to get started working on my electric bike. So my Super 73 was sitting out there, and I've ordered a bunch of modification parts for it and stuff. And then I got foot pegs for the back. So I ran down to the hardware store and had to piece out how to get those to fit on there. So, and it's kind of cool doing this because the last thing I did was the IQ for CES and SEMA, and then before that was the XB. And since then, I haven't really, done any big modification projects. And I'm digging this one. This one's really going to turn out good. I'm posting up some pictures of that tonight on some of the forums, and probably on the Facebook thing as well, or maybe a YouTube video of it. But at any rate, lots of fun doing that. Got a few things done. Tank bag added to it. What else did I do? Oh, I swapped out the pedals for some really nice red anodized pedals. So, of course, I'm going for the candy cane scenario, white bike with red accents. And I think it's going to look really cool. So, plowed on through that and just wrapped that up a little while ago. Went out and I bought a harness for my GoPro so I can wear it on my chest. And that way, when I shoot a video now, you'll be able to see the handlebars and you'll be able to see the front of the bike instead of just, cruising around and seeing the street. So that took me to, what is it now? 4:30, right around 4:30. And I'm still cranking. I'm kicking. So I can't tell you. People say, how are you feeling? I say, I have good days and I have bad days. And occasionally I have an excellent day. And today is an excellent day. And I'm in love with everything. I mean, even the news that I'm hearing today, and I'm not going to get political on these at all, isn't affecting me today. Right now, I'm just tunnel vision on feeling good, getting everything done. Want to get my video posted up. Talked to my daughter today, chatted, texted back and forth with her, with a couple of my best friends. Gosh, I mean, it was an incredible day. It really was. So, and now I'm totally blanking on I know what I was going to tell you. I came out of the house, I was going to the garage, and some of you probably saw the picture I posted on Facebook of the spider. And I'm still not positive what kind it is. I've had people suggest it, but then when I go do an internet search on it, I don't find an exact replica of it. But either way, it was scary. I don't like spiders. So I left him on the wall, him or her, don't want to assign a gender. Went in and posted it up on Facebook and, did an internet search trying to see if I could figure out what it was. And I couldn't, so I thought, well, let me go back outside and take a little more clear picture of it. And it was gone. So then, of course, the hair in the back of my neck standing up, because he was only about this far from my bedroom window. And I have the air conditioning unit, one of those, slide up the window air conditioning unit in there. And it's not completely sealed, so I guarantee you, tonight when I go to bed, that's what I'm going to be thinking of, is that little spider crawling through there. And so I got calmed down with him, and then I have a fat tire mountain bike, and it's been sitting underneath the cover, and I noticed that it looked like the sun was kind of beating on the cover quite a bit. So I thought, well, let me move that to a different part of the yard. I was just feeling good. I had all kinds of energy. So I went over and I just grabbed the frame through that, and I hear this. It just ripped. It's been in the sun so much that it just destroyed the cover. And once it started to rip, man, it just kept going all the way across. So took the cover completely off, and it was a mess under there. Spider webs. In fact, when I lifted the cover off of it, a brown recluse, about probably that big, plunked down on the ground. And I haven't moved that fast in a long time. Lightning reflexes. And I sent him to spider heaven. I just, bam, one of those. And I wasn't going to mess with that. But in addition to the lightning reflexes, I also screamed like a little girl. I'm glad my neighbor John wasn't out in the backyard. He probably would have looked over the fence to make sure there wasn't somebody abducting a neighbor's kid or something. But took the bike out and spent a half hour just getting spider webs off of it. It was terrible. So got that taken care of as well. It's been a very productive day. It's also been kind of a scary day with all the spiders and everything. So I'm going to leave it at that, because that's all I got for today. I want to try and keep these videos to where they don't take up too much time of your time, but we still get to see each other during the day, or kind of however we're doing it. But at any rate, if you would like to continue the journey with me, feel free to hit the subscribe button below, hit the little bell, and that'll notify you when the new videos are posted up. And feel free to give me a like if you want to do that as well. So as I continue on this journey fighting my cancer, today I'm absolutely positive, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that I'm going to kick its ass. God, I love days like this. So I hope you all wake up tomorrow morning and have a day as good as mine, or even better. So love y'all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.